What's going on YouTube? Right now we got the slow breakdown of Kitty Rose, Ace, aka the guy she called Mojo Jojo. I guess tonight's conversation is goddamn going through some turmoil. Kitty Rose has not been paid and she's been fired, allegedly. I'ma let the clips do the talking. She's exposing everybody. Let's dive into it.
Hello, and thank you for watching part 2 of Who the F Did I Work For? I just want to address a few things that have been really pissing me off. Number one, I'm not one of those friends that fall out with a friend and tell their business. These hoes actually never liked me at all. This isn't a hurt people situation. This is a you fucked around and now you're gonna find out. A lot of you are saying this seems a little one-sided, Keah. Right, because I'm the only one talking. So, since your faves get paid to speak on a daily basis, they should have no problem speaking out. Before it was tonight's conversation, live and uncut, it was tonight's conversation, love, sex, and relationships. The tour. I had never been on tour before. I was content creating and working HR at Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. I was HR there. By the way, since we're doing this, y'all probably shouldn't be eating that shit either, but if they sue me, they're gonna take my son, so I best be shutting that ass up. But I got to meet some really great people. I met the very talented Jay Martinez, the very funny TC Caldwell, the really beautiful and talented K-Love the poet, and Joe! Look how happy I am. Stupid girl. Honestly, this show was a vibe. It was a vibe. It was intimate. It was positive. I had millions of followers. TC had millions of followers, but he lost his page. And when he lost his page, Mojo Jojo said, "You're no longer valuable. Goodbye." This my best friend. And the reason why I'm in this fucking predicament, she was following Mojo Jojo and couldn't believe he picked me to be on tour. So when Mojo Jojo hired me, he said that we were going to make a lot of money because he had done a lot of shows. This wasn't his first show. This was my first tour, but not his. He used to be on tour with, who's that? Apparently it started out a card game, but then they moved it to making content and then moved it
Derek Jackson, that's who that was in the corner.
On the road. I don't know. So one of the products sold on tour that made the tour and made him so lucrative is his card game. But word on the curb, allegedly is this was not his idea. A little birdie told me that the card game was his idea, but he just didn't know how to market it right. Good thing Mojo Jojo is a master marketer. Ooh.
Damn.
Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of part 2. But don't worry, we're going to give you a sneak peek of what's to come in part 3.
That's what I'm telling you. Wait, so y'all men really don't like getting y'all asses ate? No. Man, for what? Y'all better be glad I ain't no oh shit. Because I put these niggas after I be making ass. I like for men to pee on me. Okay? In all true honesty, it's something about that stream hitting that
and Mojo Jojo. A lot of you guys are like, well, I don't care about this bitch or that bitch. Where's my favorite? Oh, shit, there she go to your favorite. She be dropping them gems. This is Kitty Rose. She got Randy out quick, fast. She said, I want your spot. How can I manipulate everyone to get it? I'm going to detail that, though, in the following episodes. It's going to be like 500 episodes. Bonus feature. This guy says he used to be with Kitty, but that can't be true because it would have been around the time she was married, and she can't stand side bitches, and she can't stand cheating women. The drama, the tea. Hope we all heal.
Ooh, yo, she about to expose her. Kitty Rose, if you've been on some fraudulent behavior, which I probably already played a piece in this video, you better watch yourself because this woman is on a warpath for what you and a guy that she calls Mojo Jojo, I guess his name is Ace, he does kind of like Mojo Jojo, which is hilarious. This woman is on a warpath for you. I'm not even gonna lie, every time I heard her talk, you got a lot of women insert themselves into these spaces of male improvement. But I ain't gonna lie, a lot of them chicks be capping because behind the scenes, they is not who they say they are to be. You know, the guys, when they speak on, women nature, all this stuff, they really believe that stuff because we have to deal with it on a daily basis. So we understand how women operate. But on the woman's side, when they tell a woman to be this and be that, if they're not married and they're not sitting with their guy and they're not living in that truth, they probably lying. Just being honest. A lot of them just insert themselves just for the money. That's a fact, because they still want to be glamorous. They still want to spend money. They still want to look a certain way, and they still want to possibly shake that ass. Just being honest, y'all. I want to know what y'all think about this.
I'm afraid of being hurt, so these are the ways that I self-sabotage. I overanalyze and I second-guess my feelings. I set up emotional walls to prevent other people from getting in. I'm hypervigilant, so I'm hyper-aware and I'm constantly analyzing everyone's behaviors, their intentions, their motives, even if they're pure. I set unrealistic expectations and I create this laundry list of qualities and characteristics that I feel as though my potential partner or dating potentials should meet. And I do all of this to protect myself from possible disappointment. But then when they can't meet those standards and those unrealistic expectations, I just reinforce the same belief that I'm going to be disappointed and I'm going to be hurt. Puts me in a vicious cycle.
She sounds very scripted, but she turned off all her comments. Comments are off on TikTok completely. I'm all for women wanting to be an advocate for women to improve their dating situations, make sure they don't make bad decisions. But it's only bad when you get caught or exposed. So if you look at the clip previously.
Wait, so y'all men really don't like getting y'all asses ate? No, man, for what? Y'all better be glad I ain't no oh shit. Cause I put these niggas after I be licking ass. I like for men to pee on me, okay? In all true honesty, it's something about that stream hitting that.
Don't get caught up in her exposure, and I'm hoping that's in her past, which she stated that she used to be about that life back in the day. I'm hoping that's old and not current, because if that's current, Keah Rose about to drop a bombshell on you. Let's dive into the next clip, y'all.
I can't tell y'all why anybody else left. I know that I worked two shows in Texas this May. Was it May? And I was waiting for my paycheck. I was just waiting.
It's about money.
And Mojo Jojo said that he was going on vacation. He was tricking on hoes. He was da-da-da-da. He just bought some new clothes. He does this a lot. He does this. So he said all that. But I was just waiting for my paychecks. Like waiting. And I did not get it. I didn't get my paychecks.
So this is about money.
So I got this holy sanctified hoe trying to take me down, and this other Mojo Jojo, he's not paying me. Oh no. Working for free. I worked for free. Oh no. Yes, I did. I did that to myself. I'm sorry. I'm taking accountability. I should have never did that. I know you guys. I know you're saying you better than me, Keah. I wouldn't have done that. I know it. But here's the thing. I waited for my money. And then I reached out to Mojo Jojo's manager. And I was like, where's my paychecks? I worked da-da-da. And she's like, oh, Mojo Jojo and your ex had a deal.
Oh, it's not ex.
What deal? Oh yeah, they had a deal. So he needed an advance or something. So Mojo Jojo sent the money to your ex. So we paid ourselves back by not paying you for the last two shows.
Whoa.
Oh no. I really need that money though, because I need it, bitch. There's no other reason. I don't care. I need it because I worked for it. So then I was like, well, what did y'all have him sign something? She sends me back a document that's like Keah Rose promises to pay da. But it doesn't have a signature because I never signed it, because I never saw that, because I didn't know that I was going to be stolen from. But I gotta see. Don't call him out his name. But I gotta see him on stage say, I'm rich. I wipe my ass with 50,000. That ain't shit to me. Well, can you give me my money? I'm just. What?
I'm curious if they had contracts in place signed agreements for her not to get her money, and then her ex come in to get the money. This is a crazy situation.
So then he says, let me have your merch. I'm going to take care of your merch so you don't have to worry about transporting your merch. And I said, nah, I already got crew for that. I don't need you doing nothing with me. You already done enough. I said, I'm straight. We're good. He calls me every single day until I say, okay, here. And then he says he's not going to give me certain merch during, like, at certain cities. And then he says that I have to say thank you and give and buy him a bottle or a drink. That's what the emails say. I have to buy him a bottle or a drink in order to get my merch back, because I should be thankful that he took over my merch, even though I asked him not to, and even though I told him I didn't want this. So I lost shit tons of money on merch.
What?
But I still bought him the drink, and I still said thank you, because I'm like, I'm trying to keep my merch. I can't lose out on any money. So I'm doing what this man says, but he's still not coming through with what he says he's going to give me if I do these things.
That sounds like a gray area there. If you're still doing favors for someone who's supposed to pay you, sounds like you didn't have the legal documents in place to properly get paid. That's what it sounds like, because it's almost like a scratch my back type of thing. And by him overcompensating by constantly reaching out, he was probably worried because he probably knew he'd get sued because it wasn't set up correctly from the beginning. That's what it sounds like. And now he's trying to kind of insert himself into your life to make sure you stay around and you don't try no fugazi shit by like, hey, I'm about to sue you or something like that. We're going to finish off this video. It's about like 2 minutes left, so.
So he get on live yesterday and he say it's just a budget issue and people just mad because he can't afford it no more. But here's the thing. You say you make $500,000 a show, and I can believe it, because even if, I mean,
$500,000 a show?
$200 tickets, $300 tickets, 5,000 people, 6,000 people. I mean, you can just do the math.
No. He lying to you. He not making $500,000 a show. Guarantee he's not. I saw that room. He not making $500,000 a show. And then depending on who he has to pay behind the scenes, he's possibly the number at the top might be that, but by the time it trickle down to y'all, it ain't that. And this man got his own lifestyle. He probably getting majority of the cut. You getting a small portion, so you probably don't even know the exact numbers.
So you say you make all this, and I'm just mad because you can't afford me, and that's not the case. It's not that you can't afford me, which you can't, you stupid bitch. But it's not that you can't afford me. It's just that, like, there's a lot of things you've done to make sure that I was in a financial bind. But he did that to all the other people too, right? Yeah, so it's not that I'm alone. So I'm thinking to myself, let me talk to the other people. So maybe we could think about how we can get some of our money back, because Shitty's tired of popping coochie and she's in a lot of debt. She says she's in a lot of debt and I'm not doing so well. So let me figure out how we can come together. I talk to other members. Let's come together. And Shitty goes to Mojo Jojo.
Is she talking about
and
Kitty?
Says, Keita's plotting against you. She's trying to take you down.
Okay, Kitty. She said Shitty.
So then Mojo Jojo got all mad. So that's what happened. So now Mojo Jojo's mad and he's lying online and she's crying online. So I got a liar and a crier, and I don't give a fuck about them either. None of them, really. Not none of them on the past, on the panel, on the cast. I care about all of them. But them two, I don't have a soft spot for anymore. I don't care at all. Not anymore, because they pushed me to this point. Mojo Jojo's the owner. He's the head.
One of the commenters mentioned Randy's name, Randy Rosario. I'm guessing she used to be on this show, or she must have did business with him. But somebody in the comment section said that he tried to do the same thing to Randy.
All of us have to band together to fight him. I call the mayor. Y'all never seen Powerpuff Girls? I'm getting, well, from what I was told, I'm not sure. I'm getting replaced with B. Simone. But that's okay.
They about to bring B. Simone on the show. From what I heard, a lot of people don't watch this show anyway. What's crazy is Keita Rose's comment section is open. Kitty is closed. So that lets you know who has the most hate, who's probably the more foul one in this situation. I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to try and stay on top of it. I'm going to try and stay on top of this. Y'all like the video? Comment below. This is JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all. Peace.